Hi everybody, welcome to Around the Twist, episode 290. It is, oh gosh, I didn't write down the date. It is March 29th, 2017, and obviously I'm a little out of it. I did grab Miss Fuzzball Daisy here, who desperately needs a haircut, up to say thank you to everybody who has kept purchasing the progression shawl pattern. Thank you guys so much. You have no idea how much it's helping. So I decided to have a fuzzy co-host for a little bit, and I don't know how long this is going to last because I get the feeling she wants to kill me for hauling her up here because she just wants daddy, don't you? Yeah? Okay, there you go. So how have y'all been? Yeah, I know, Daisy, really. It's been a crazy week. Very little knitting or crafting really of any kind here. I think my knitting mojo has got up and went. I've been knitting and I thought that I had more, and then I looked at it and went, really? That's it? That's all I have? Oh, hello, Goober. Yes, you too. I know. Did you want to come say hi too? I have a second furry being here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Fat dog. Ready? Ugh. Yes, you are the fat dog. There's a Phoebe. There's a Phoebe of the dragon breath. Yes. I have nothing for you. I have no food. I have coffee, and you know you don't like that. You've tried that before. So there we go. You've seen both furry buddies. They have been my snuggle buddies this week. And yeah, it's been crazy. So like I said, the knitting mojo isn't exactly here this week, but that's okay. I do have a little bit of progress, so let's... Hi, jealous and jealouser. This... I wish you guys could see this. Actually, you can. So hang on. So I'm petting Phoebe. Let's see. And I get a little Miss Jealous Daisy snooze coming through. And then she's like, oh, I'm on camera. Never mind. So that is what you're... When you hear the wheezing or the panting, that's what I'm dealing with down here, is the two of them vying for attention. Mama needs her coffee today. I made huckleberry from San Marco this week. It is so good. This morning I finished off what was in my grinder of caramel banana from San Marco. And while that's good, oh my gosh, huckleberry, so yummy. So what I have on my needles, right? Because it's a knitting podcast, knitting, crafting, that kind of thing, right? The only thing that I have worked on this week is riding around in my cold sheet bag from the lovely Casey at Tangerine Designs. Phoebe, please whoosh, please. And it is Sarah's, my friend Sarah's Dublin Bay socks. So these are her, these are her Christmas socks from this past Christmas. Yeah, it's the end of March. I need to get going on those because her birthday's in July. Yee. So, I'm a terrible friend. I'm really, I am. Thankfully, she is a very understanding friend who understands the value of a handcrafted item and doesn't care when they get to her as long as they eventually get to her. So the pattern is Dublin Bay Socks by Ryan Morrissey. And I picked them out because I wanted the yarn to shine through. And the yarn is very subtle. It is... From the Cyborg's Craft Room. Sarah was able to dig through my stash and find my one other skein of yarn from the Cyborg's Craft Room. It is her Asocolate base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino and nylon blend in the colorway I Cried Aloud at Night, which thank you everyone who is telling me that comes from some poem. Now I'm drawing a blank, but whoever gave me the information, thank you. And they're not sure that that's where the reference is, but I did... because I didn't have show notes from last week, I did manage to finish the Eye of Partridge heel. I turned the heel, and I am working my way out the gusset. So the patterning is only on the cuff here, and it's a very simple lace work, open work. Whether you think it's appropriate for a guy or not is going to depend on the guy. Some guys will be okay with this, some will go, oh, it's too lacy. So make sure you show, if you're planning on going, oh, hey, there's barely any lace there. I can call it open work and slip this past them. Yeah, I'd recommend showing it to them first. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a good guy pattern, just because anything open in a guy's mind automatically means lace. I don't know why that is, but it is. So I'm knitting this on a US 1, a 2.25 millimeter needle, magic looping, and like I said, I'm working my way out the gusset. I'm maybe 8 rows away from finishing and being able to zoom out the foot, get that done in no time. And I don't know why gussets always seem to take me forever. It's not, there's no patterning. It's just the decreases. It's not like it's hard, but I managed in the last week to, most of it thanks to the fact that my husband and I took the kids and we went down to Denver for the day, so he could get some testing done, and we had fun at a park. So that was last Thursday. I recorded last Thursday, didn't I? I probably told you all about this already. I don't even remember what I talked about. This is how sad this week has been. Oh my goodness. I had a crazy, crazy work weekend. So I recorded a day late last week because of picking up an extra shift, which was nuts. And then a crazy busy work weekend. And Monday, I just didn't feel like doing anything. And I don't even know if I knit or did anything. And yesterday I knit a little bit. And now today I took the kids out to a park this morning, and here we are. I'm hoping they're napping. I still hear Tara talking, so I'm not hopeful on how long this is going to last. So that's all I have. Don't ask me why I brought this down. I have no idea why I brought the stained glass blanket down, because I haven't touched it. Don't know why I even carried the heavy thing down here. Maybe in the hopes that while stuff's finishing compressing, I can maybe work on it a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Or I'll just chug my coffee and enjoy the silence. That's always a possibility too. So with Various and Sundry, speaking of last week's episode, because I recorded on Thursday, not on Wednesday, I didn't have that extra day that I normally have to run it through the compression software, however many times it needed to be run through. So it is currently on its 5th or 6th compression. Like as we speak, I'm compressing it. Like I'd come home from work at night, come down here, hit go, and it takes a good half hour for each compression, sometimes longer. So yeah, that's 3 hours worth of compression time. I can't sit at the computer for that long, especially when I've worked a 12-hour shift and been up since 4 in the morning. I want to eat something, shower, and go to bed, and that's all that I did all weekend. Yes, I'm scratching the dog. Yes, I am, Phoebe. Oh, armpits. Yes. My fuzzy little couch potato. So yeah, that's where the state of last week's episode. If you're jonesing for the episode and think you might have missed one, it's up over on the blog. The link to the blog is on Ravelry, and it's up on YouTube. It should be up on iTunes today, I hope. Wednesday the 29th, so you'll probably all see it on the 30th once I get it going. And yeah, I talked a lot last week, so I don't know how I talked for like 27, 28 minutes. I don't know, but I did. And that's why it took so long for it to compress. So we're going to move on. So any questions? I'm going to scoot this off to the side so I can see the computer screen. Ooh, without dropping it. That would be good. Okay. So from Kfitzi, Kfitzi over on Ravelry. Over in the Any Questions thread on the Rav board, it said, I was watching some old episodes still on YouTube and I'm wondering whatever happened to the Millie fleece. Hope you're enjoying Denver. Thank you. We're not actually in Denver. We're a little bit north of there along the Front Range. Katie. So Millie is sitting back in my craft room, very, very patiently waiting for me to have time to work on it. It's in a box. It's in a box. There are, I have carded a lot of Millie on my drum carder, which hasn't seen the light of day pretty much since we moved out here. But I have, now I'm drawing a blank. It's not Rolex, is it? I don't even remember. Wow, my brain is gone. I have carded, stop scratching. I have carded a significant amount of Millie's fleece. It is just waiting for me to have an opportunity to sit down to spin it. And Lord only knows when that will be. It will get done eventually. That sounded like a child jumping off their bed and not taking their nap. But it will get spun eventually when I have the time and the breathing space to do so. That may be 10 years from now, but it will get done. And then Lord only knows how long it'll take me to knit it into something. Who knows? Not me. Playing it by ear. So let's do one more. Let me mark that one. Katie, hope that answered your question. And yes, we are loving Colorado so far. So T-Bird 0123 on Rev. This is Teresa. Says, unless I'm missing it, does San Marco Coffee offer sampler packs of K-Cups? I don't want 12 cups of something I don't like, but want a way to dip my toe into what sounds like awesome flavors. I hate to tell you, Teresa, that's it. That's the smallest amount that they sell. Honestly, that's better than it used to be. If I wanted to try something new, it wasn't until like the last 3-ish years, maybe a little longer than that, 4 years. And I've been buying from San Marco a lot longer than that. You guys know that. It wasn't until in the past 3 to 4 years that they started offering half pounds of the whole bean in the ground for sale. So you're lucky that the K-Cups aren't in like 24 packs, because for the longest time, if I wanted to try a new flavor, I had to risk a whole pound of that. And it's why I didn't branch out too much. Like I'd order one new flavor every order, maybe. And fingers crossed, hope it was good and that I didn't have to throw away a whole pound of coffee. So, best thing I can tell you, find a buddy who wants to go in with you on an order and likes flavored coffee and wants to experiment, and place an order and then split the K-Cups, and then you each only have 6 of each flavor to try, and then you know ahead of time. That's what I would do a lot with when it was still whole pounds. I would actually buy whole pounds and then split them with some of the nurses at work that I worked with. That would be my best advice to you. Hopefully you have someone that you can go in with on an order, because that's all I can tell you. I bugged them for years to offer sampler packs of even the ground coffee or the whole bean coffee, something a quarter pound, a half pound, beg them. Never even heard a response. Every time I placed an order, I'd send a customer service thing on their website. Never even got a response. So good luck. That's all I can tell you. Phoebe, really? So since I didn't really have a whole lot of knitting mojo this week and didn't have a whole lot going on, I'm going to cut this short. You guys are basically, if you're loading this and watching through iTunes, you're basically going to get a twofer this week. And I will see everyone next week. And until then, happy knitting.